Here's something that might surprise you. Corruption, often painted as the arch nemesis of economic growth, can sometimes have unexpected benefits. Yes, you heard that right. Corruption, the nefarious practice synonymous with bribery, embezzlement, and backdoor deals, is typically seen as a roadblock to prosperity. It's often viewed as a deterrent to foreign investment, a drain on public resources, and a hurdle to fair competition. But could there be more to this story? In certain contexts, believe it or not, corruption can act as a catalyst for economic activity. It can grease the wheels of bureaucracy, accelerating processes that would otherwise be slowed down by red tape. It can stimulate spending, albeit temporarily, and even contribute to job creation in some sectors. Of course, this is not to glorify or justify corruption. It's merely to acknowledge that its economic impact isn't always black and white. There can be shades of gray, with both winners and losers in the equation. Now, you might be wondering, how can corruption possibly benefit an economy? Let's delve into two specific case studies: China and Malaysia. China, an economic powerhouse, is embroiled in an intense anti-corruption campaign. This campaign is hitting the financial sector hard, shaking the pillars of banks and insurance companies alike. Several senior executives have already been caught in the crosshairs, undergoing rigorous investigation. Big names like the former chairman of China Everbright Group and Bank of China, along with the former head of China Life Insurance, have been probed or charged. The Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, the Communist Party's top anti-graft agency, is leading this crackdown. They've announced plans to inspect over 30 major state-owned firms, including financial giants like China Investment Corp., China Development Bank, and the Agricultural Bank of China. This crackdown has its risks. It could rattle investors and dampen business sentiment. After all, China's banks and insurers have assets worth $60 trillion. The recent disappearance of star investment banker Bao Fan led to a plunge in his bank's stock. However, it's not all doom and gloom. The crackdown could also lead to a more transparent and efficient financial sector, a much-needed reform. This anti-corruption drive isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of President Xi Jinping's larger agenda to consolidate control over the financial sector and root out corruption. It's a bold move, especially considering the domestic and global challenges China is currently facing, such as a housing market downturn, high youth unemployment, and escalating tensions with the United States. So in China's case, corruption may have served as a catalyst for significant economic reform and transparency, laying the groundwork for sustained growth. Now, let's move over to Malaysia, where corruption allegations have rocked the political landscape. In a recent turn of events, the Malaysian political arena was shaken with corruption allegations during the previous election. This turmoil could have easily led to economic instability. Yet, amidst the chaos, the Malaysian economy has shown a resilience that is worth noting. Instead of succumbing to instability, voters have steered the narrative towards economic prospects and inflation. The upcoming election has become a battleground for economic policies, with the top concerns being economic growth and price stability. The contenders in the race, incumbent Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob, opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim, and former Premier Muhyiddin Yassin, are all vying to present the most compelling economic vision. Interestingly, the corruption allegations seem to have inadvertently nudged voters to prioritize these economic issues. The scandal has brought the economy into sharp focus, sparking conversations and debates on financial stability, job security, and inflation. This shift in priorities has spurred politicians to address these concerns head-on, leading to a more robust discussion on economic strategies and solutions. What we see here is a nation taking a crisis and turning it into an opportunity. The corruption scandal has inadvertently led to a heightened awareness and concern for the country's economic health. This, in turn, has put pressure on political leaders to prioritize economic stability and growth, leading to a greater focus on these critical issues in the political agenda. In Malaysia, corruption has inadvertently brought economic issues to the forefront, leading to a greater focus on economic stability and growth in the political agenda. Corruption is a double-edged sword. It can stimulate short-term economic growth, but it also carries significant long-term risks. On one hand, it might grease the wheels of commerce in bureaucratically tangled markets, leading to an unexpected upside. On the other hand, it can erode trust, discourage investment, and lead to economic instability. This is evident in China's current situation, where an anti-corruption crackdown is shaking investor confidence. Similarly, Malaysia's battle with corruption has affected its economic resilience. The benefits, if any, are usually short-lived and overshadowed by the long-term damage. The key lesson here is not to condone corruption, but to understand its complex relationship with economic growth. This exploration of corruption's surprising role in the economy is just the beginning. Let's continue to critically analyze its impacts and keep learning about this multifaceted issue. If you found this video insightful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning.